Oh my god. The girls are not going to believe this. Messages, corner of shade. Bruh, y'all will not believe the gossip I just got. Some crazy shit has been going down at Oregon's house. So, Oregon's mom was like having this huge hissy fit because she felt like nobody in the house listened to her and nobody listened to her advice that she gives, even though it's apparently really good. So, she goes and she puts everyone in the room on blast. Everyone in her son's house gets straight up roasted. She starts off with the maid, Doreen, and tells her that she talks too much and that she's nosy. Then she calls her grandson a dunce. Her granddaughter, she says that she's like shady and secretive. And then she tells her daughter-in-law that she wastes all the money in the house and she's spending too much money and that her daughter-in-law's brother has a temper. But then shit really hit the fan. She goes off on a rant talking about how bad they all are and how bad her son's house is, except for Tartuffe. And everyone tries to tell her that Tartuffe is like mad, sketchy, and a hypocrite, but she doesn't listen to them. She tells them don't speak bad against the man and he's holy, and then she leaves after getting mad at them. So then after she dips, everyone starts talking about Tartuffe and how Oregon, the master of the house, is apparently more obsessed with Tartuffe than his mother is, and he adores him. Then Oregon shows up, and get this, he's so obsessed with Tartuffe that he tells his daughter Marianne that she has to marry Tartuffe. But child, she has another lover. That's right, this guy named Valère, and then he shows up, and she tells him that she's supposed to marry Tartuffe, and Valère is pissed. He and Marianne get into this fight, but then the maid, Doreen, comes up and stops them from fighting and makes a plan that they're all going to expose Tartuffe for the hypocrite he is. So then Orgon's son, Dami, goes and hides in the closet to overhear Tartuffe, and he overhears Tartuffe hitting on his mom. So he runs out of the closet, and he goes to tell Orgon, but y'all, Orgon didn't believe him and kicked Dami's ass out of the house. But it only gets crazier from there. Then Orgon tells Tartuffe that he's willing everything to him. All of Orgon's stuff is going to go to Tartuffe one day. Finally, Orgon's wife is like, enough is enough, so she tells Orgon to go hide in the closet, so then he overhears Tartuffe throwing mad shade at Orgon and hitting on his wife. Orgon is pissed, so then he tells Tartuffe to leave his house, but guess what? Turns out Tartuffe tricked Orgon into signing away the house and all of his property, so it's Tartuffe's house now. So Tartuffe tells Orgon that he and the family have to dip. Officers of the prince show up too, but you won't believe what happened next. Turns out the prince knew that Tartuffe was mad shady all along. They had come there to arrest Tartuffe. So Tartuffe's in jail, Orgon's mess gets worked out, and everything's straight. But you didn't hear it from me.